Ragakhayo Nibbanam.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Today I will be speaking about Buddha, Lord Buddha, who is an historical Buddha we know by the name Gautama Buddha. Siddhartha was his name, Gautama was his family name, Sakyan were his clan name. This Buddha that we know in today arose in this world 2,600 years ago. He came to Buddha Gaya under the Bodhi tree where he attained the supreme enlightenment and became a Samma Sambuddha and taught the Dhamma thereafter for 45 years up till today. 2,600 years later, we are still following the teaching. That is what we call Dhamma. Buddha is an fully accomplished Arahant, and he has gone beyond the death which we call Nibbana, and he has shown us the path to achieve the same goal as his, that is Nibbana, which he says Nibbana is supreme. Buddha that taught us the Dhamma, he has practiced long before he could attain the supreme enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, which we call as a Bodhisattva, that he has practiced before, and he fulfilled all the paramis to attain the perfect Buddha. In the Dhamma, it says that he has gone through 4 incalculable and 100,000 aeon to complete all his parami. There are these 10 parami with 3 levels, which makes altogether 30. So, there are in the suttas where Lord Buddha has explained the Sariputta Bhante that Sariputta, I have gone through a practice that there is no other practice that he hasn't done to find the achievement of this enlightenment, but he could not even come even a little, which is called enlightenment. Only after he could find out under the Bodhi tree and he could end up the samsara. And then he has shown us the path to attain the enlightenment. If Lord Buddha wouldn't have shown us the path, then we had to go through the practice which has nothing to do with the enlightenment. We wouldn't have any clue how to end up the suffering. We have to wander aimlessly in this samsara. But because the Lord Buddha has gone through the practice in the past as a Bodhisattva, and knowing that all those practice has not led him to anywhere close to enlightenment, he has shown us the direct path which can lead us to the enlightenment. So Buddha, he knows those who are capable, he can attain the Arahant. Those who are not capable, he knows that they are not capable of Arahant. So he taught the Dhamma in his 45 years, and he understood very clearly of each individual's being when, how, where they will attain the enlightenment. what practice they will go through to attain the enlightenment. Now we, as a monk, called a Theravada monk. Theravada was not assigned by Lord Buddha any particular name. It was generally the monks who are following the Dhamma and Vinaya. Vinaya is the discipline, and by following this Dhamma and Vinaya, they could attain arahatship. But today, it has become very complicated to understand the Buddha's teaching. Everybody has their own view. According to their view, they represent Buddha. We understand there are many countries, many Buddhas. They have viewed them as different than what I have mentioned earlier, the historical Buddha, the Siddhartha, Gautama, the Sakyan, sage. They are some of those practitioners who see Buddha as not the same as us. But for us, we see the Buddha as the historical Buddha, who was the Sakyamuni Buddha, who was the Gautama Buddha, who was enlightened under the Bodhi tree in India, and who has shown us the path, the Noble Eightfold Path. And we practice according to that Buddha. We do not practice any other Buddha than the Buddha of our present era. This Buddha of our present, he has taught us the suffering and to get rid, to make an end of the suffering. So that Buddha, with Theravada, we follow. And this Buddha has gone through all the difficulties in the past, which we do not have to go. He has shown us the very clear, straightforward path, that is the Noble Eightfold Path. There is no any other world where we have to go and practice. Here in this world, in this very moment, we can practice the Buddha's teaching and overcome all the difficulties, end up the suffering, and attain Nibbana in this very life. It is still possible if we strive, if we practice diligently, we can achieve. We believe in that, and still we are practicing according to the historical Buddha, Gautama Buddha. But there are some practitioners who believe that they will practice in future when the future Buddha will come. That can be a different story. But now, in this present moment, we have the Buddha. Buddha's teaching is available. Buddha says, those who can see the Dhamma can see me. So we understand by that saying the Dhamma is still available, and because of Dhamma we can still see the Buddha. But for that we need to have a strong faith. We have to take every moment to practice a Dhamma, then only we can see the Buddha closer to us. If we delay, then Buddha can be far away. We cannot see Buddha. The more we practice the Dhamma, the more closer we are to Buddha. Buddha is very rare in this world. Buddha does not appear. Now that we are Buddhist monk, they are Buddhist lay devotees, I think they are having a very good karma. They are the very fortunate to have this Dhamma in their life, no matter how little they are practicing, but they are still doing way lot better than others. At least to some extent, in those contexts that they are practicing, I can see that they are having right view to some extent. We see a Buddha as a Buddha, not Buddha as something else. Buddha is the one who knows. Buddha is the one who sees. And we believe in Buddha that his teaching can lead us to Nibbana. Lord Buddha, as I mentioned earlier, Lord Buddha knows for those who he can help, he help. But those whom he cannot help, he cannot. That is very clear to him. But some of the practitioners, they believe even those beings whom we cannot help, they also should attain the liberation, which is not possible. And even if we try to help them, we will become worried and we will be in trouble. So Buddha, knowing that, he taught us, the monk, how to practice, how to help other beings. By that way, we follow. So, our Buddha of this generation, in this era, we must know very well about his teaching and about his way that he lived. I wish all of you to look into the Buddha, investigate in the Buddha, contemplate in the Buddha. You can try all within your power to understand the Buddha, because now that you all are thinking and investigating of a Buddha, once we pass from this life, maybe next time we may not hear the word of a Buddha again. And at that time we may not think, we may not investigate. At that time it would be very late. So now, those who knows about Buddha, try to look into it little more. Try to find out more details about Buddha, and I'm sure the more details you have in Buddha, more confident, more faith will increase in you, and you will be more closer to Buddha. The more closer that you are with the Buddha, more closer you can be with Nibbana. More closer you are with Nibbana, more closer you can end up your suffering. So I wish all of you to look into Buddha, to investigate in the Buddha, and I wish all of you to end up the suffering and attain the path, fruitions and Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Dveshakhayo